Namaskar, Yogi. Begin your practice today in mountain pose, Tadasana, rooting your feet underneath your hips or maybe just slightly wider than hip distance, and really take a moment to connect to the earth here. Maybe rock forward and back, side to side. We want to try to place as much of the bottoms of our feet on the ground as possible. You might even want to pick up your toes, stretch them out before grounding them back in. Maybe flex through the feet to stretch ankles and arches, really rooting the heels in. Take a moment to simply find your mountain. And once you feel rooted in, relax your arms by your sides and begin to close your eyes. Take this time to slow down. Focus less on the external and more on the internal. Maybe just start to notice how you're standing, how you're grounding in. Notice what parts of your feet are touching the earth. Same for your toes. Maybe you start to notice how you're standing here. Are you leaning more to the left or right? Can you find your center? Also notice if you're leaning to the front of your feet or the back. Again, can you find center? And as you find this central part of your body, also find your tailbone. And imagine a connection from your tailbone down to the earth, right between the center of your legs and your feet. Somatic Yoga is about finding more of a connection to the internal, really noticing the body, both physical body and subtle energy body. Giving more attention to the places physically that need more breath, more love, but also bringing in more awareness to our mood, our feelings, our emotions, maybe some sort of energy within us that we cannot label. We connect to all of it now. Continue to breathe deeply, really expanding all the way around your body, softening all the way around your body. Taking time to notice where it's easy to breathe and where you may feel a little restricted. Maybe also just notice any discomforts if they exist while you stand here. We want to give ourselves more attention. We also want to let go of any judgments. Whatever we discover, we don't have to label or diagnose or attach any feelings to it. We simply breathe into it and move on. As you connect deeper, also notice the breath. Pay attention to how you breathe in and breathe out. Can you begin to create balance with your breath? Inhales matching exhales, matching inhales again. If you cannot create balanced breathing immediately, do not hold judgment around this. Simply set the intention to find more balance with your breath as you continue to practice. Setting this intention to balance the way you're standing, to balance the physical body, to balance the breath, knowing that it's all connected. When we balance our breath, we balance our mind, our energy, our physical body. continue to hold on to this ability to balance the breath throughout your practice. Take one more deep breath in and out, gently bringing your palms together at your heart space. When you're ready, look down to the earth as you blink your eyes open. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Join at the top. Exhale, pull back down to your heart. Let's do that 2 more times to ground in. On your 3rd breath, pull your hands all the way through your heart into a standing fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Relax your head if it feels comfortable. You can also always look out, but let your body release anything through the backside here. Maybe you draw your navel gently to the spine to support low back. Maybe you move around while you're in this fold, or you just find your center. Hold on to those balanced breaths. Very slowly, we will stack our spine as we roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, feeling tailbone and sacrum, all of the vertebrae of low back, the lumbar, and then the mid-back, thoracic, and then cervical, upper back, and neck, until finally you stack your skull up onto your spine. And from here, we'll continue to move through the neck. Inhale to look up, exhale to look down. Continue to move back and forth, mindful not to roll your shoulders forward. Keep in your posture. Also making sure not to squeeze through the glutes or the legs. Stay soft. You can even micro bend the knees if you need to. Let's do 1 more up and down here, and then pause at the chest and gently roll 1 ear to shoulder, back through your chest to the other shoulder. And continue to make these half circles side to side, shoulder to shoulder. We are opening up our sinus passages. If we happen to have any blockages in the sinuses, it can affect our ability to balance. So we're working to get anything out of there. Do maybe 1 more each way, balancing out. And eventually bringing chin back down to chest. Now just to hold this here, mindful of your posture again, checking in with the shoulders, keeping them down and back. As your chin is at heart space, feel the release through the back of your neck, your head, maybe across upper back and shoulder blades, maybe somewhere else. This is really good for opening up our sinus tracts. Take 1 more breath, and then roll over to one shoulder again. And as ear arrives, just start to tilt your chin up and down. We're also getting into inner ear spaces here. You might even feel the connection through neck and shoulder. Inner ears are also responsible for balance. We want to work anything out of there if it's blocking the energy. Let's do maybe 1 more up and down, and then roll through your chest, other side. Once you arrive ear to shoulder, rotate your chin up and down, keeping your shoulders relaxed here. Arms are heavy by your sides. Let's do maybe 1 more rotation up and down, and then back into center. Realign, and when you feel ready, inhale, reach up, overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, and then gently bring your hands down in front of you, palms onto the thighs. Step your feet a little bit wider than hip space, and we're going to lean in a little bit by bending the knees. Now, this isn't chair pose. We're just getting a little bit of prep here for standing cat-cow. For the standing cow, you're gonna start to really lean in, slide your hands down towards your knees or just above. When you can't go any farther, really let the belly drop with air, press and open your heart, maybe look up even, and then exhale, start to slide the hands up as you round, stacking your spine, finding your posture, eventually realigning back in. Let's do this together now. Inhale, standing cow, coming down, filling the belly, arching the spine, maybe looking up. Exhale, round, standing cat, sliding back up, stretching the shoulders until you realign in posture. Right away, inhale, slide back down, standing cow. Exhale, standing cat. And we'll do this a few times, back and forth. We're bringing touch into the body, which brings more awareness here. Very somatic to do a lot of touching. It brings our focus in. Let's do maybe one more round after this one. Make it count, really open up. And really exhale as you round. Let's do a few shoulder rolls just to realign. You might also want to bring your feet back in underneath you about hip distance. Just working anything out here, releasing any stress from the shoulders, anything that might pull you up from being grounded. And when you're ready, shake it all off. Let's take a deep breath overhead. Exhale, pass through your heart, move into your fold, let everything go at the bottom, and slowly migrate out to tabletop, hands and knees pose. Make sure your fingers are spreading wide, just like your toes, really grounding in the hands, right underneath shoulders. Knees are right underneath the hips, and our toes will stay tucked. From here, take your left foot behind, toes on the ground, press back through your heel. Feel that release through the back of your leg, maybe even higher through the back of the body. We'll take maybe one more breath here and continue to press back as you crawl your right fingertips out on the ground. Everything stays grounded here as you reach across. And to make this a little bit more somatic, we're adding breath. We're going to take an inhale and back off slightly, maybe press into hand and knee, get a little bit of a lift. On the exhale, can you collapse and reach out farther? Press through your heel, press through your hand. You can even bend your elbow a little bit. Let's do that again. Inhale, real big, straighten up. Exhale, reach out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Hold that deep stretch. And just when you want to come out, take a deep breath here. On the exhale, go even deeper. And slowly bring just your hand back in underneath you. Cross your foot over to the right, set your toes back down. Look over your right side towards your foot. Keep pressing away here. There's a lot of work we can do to really open up the hip spaces. And this is where we store a lot of emotion that might be keeping us from being able to feel more centered. So press through your heel, really lift your back knee and thigh. And as you continue to press, maybe look over your right shoulder more. Press through your grounded left hand, really stretch through the left side. Cinch your waist on the right side. Now this is somatic, so when we want to come out, we don't. We take a deep breath in. We go deeper on the exhale. Another deep breath into that. And exhale, slowly return where you started. Let's work on the other side now, just starting with our leg. Right foot behind, toes on the ground. Press back through your heel. Let your head relax. Feel the stretch all the way through your body. And take one more breath here, continuing to press as you walk your left fingertips out on the ground. And we begin to add that breath work. We'll press strong. Inhale, back off slightly. Exhale, really press, really reach. Collapse a little bit into the stretch. Do it 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, reach and stretch. 1 more. And then holding that stretch. 1 more deep breath in. Go a little bit farther on your exhale. And then bring your hand back in. Cross your foot over to the left. Look around the left side towards your foot. And keep working to deepen the stretch. Really lift your back knee and thigh. Press your back heel away. How far can you stretch through your right side? How much can you cinch your waist on the left side? Let's add some somatic breath. Take an inhale. Push deeper into the exhale. Another breath into that deep space. Exhale, return to tabletop. Good job. Now we're warmed up for our balance work here on hands and knees. Let's try it now. Take your left foot behind, point your toes and lift this time. Resist the urge to open the hip. Really encourage your hip to face down towards the bottom of your mat. And you also want to take your right hand out on the ground across your body. Now this may be enough, or you could challenge yourself by pressing, reaching, lifting right arm out, and really making sure that the whole body is working here. We're pressing through grounded hand, grounded knee. We're really using our back muscles. We're wrapping around our core. Reach a little bit farther if you can through toes, through fingertips. Deep breath. Exhale, come back down. Let's try out the balance on the other side. When you're ready, take your right foot out, lift it up, square your hips down, point the toes as left hand comes out on the ground, or maybe all the way up, finding your balance with a long neck and spine. Really challenging yourself. Take a deep breath. Reach out more. Exhale. And slowly come back to tabletop. Good job. Let's release back to a child's pose for just a moment and take that strain off of our wrists, off of our shoulders. As you come down, you might want to roll your head side to side. If you're all the way down to the ground, that is. You can roll temple to temple. And this helps to bring in more focus. We are activating our vagus nerve, which in turn regulates our nervous system, helps us to feel more relaxed, centered, calm, peaceful. So take a few more head rolls each way. And when you feel ready, just come to center, take a deep breath. Slowly make your way back to tabletop and then up to a down dog. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips, bending the knees as much as you need. Keeping fingers spreading wide, maybe just pedaling out or moving around in that down dog for a moment. Gently drawing navel into spine. Maybe relaxing the head or looking out again if you need to modify. Slowly start walking your hands towards your toes. And as you find standing, really move into it slowly, stacking one vertebrae at a time. From here, we'll open up our side body. Take your right arm overhead, grab onto your wrist with the left hand, and begin to pull yourself over to the left. Mindful not to roll your shoulder or your chest forward. Stay open here. We're also opening our airways so we can breathe a little bit better for our balance work. We will stay in this right side. Inhale first. Exhale, back off slightly. Come around to the elbow and hold on to that elbow now as the arm bends and you lean over to the left. Explore your gaze. Notice what it feels like to change. Maybe take a nice deep breath here. And then stay here, reach your right arm overhead, left arm relaxes by your side. I know you're probably feeling a lot here. We want to breathe into that. Really resist the urge to close off. Open your heart. Your heart is your energetic center. When we open this, the physical balance and centering can come along as well. Maybe you play with your gaze or let that left arm get a little bit heavier. Maybe you can press hips away from the hands a little bit more. Let's take one good somatic breath here. Inhale. Go deeper with the exhale. Inhale into that deep space. Exhale, slowly release back down and just let all of that energetic change happen. Let your right arm relax for a moment. Left arm starts to reach up and overhead. When you feel ready, take hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Give it a nice pull and just start to explore here. Opening this left side, staying fair to our body, spending equal amounts of time with each side. One more breath here. As you back off, bend your arm, go to your elbow. Continue to open up in this half cow facing arm. You can also lean to the right again. Really open up that space. Breathe into it. And even though we're breathing into that tight space, we're also breathing all the way around the body at the same time. One more inhale, and then exhale. Keep reaching left arm overhead. Right arm relaxes by your side. Really explore that opening. See how much space you can create. And maybe as you reach a little deeper, you take that somatic breath. Inhale. Lean into the exhale. Lean into that deep space. Inhale. Exhale, return to center, and just let that energetic change happen. Once you feel ready, inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale, pass through your heart, bend the knees, move back into your standing fold. Once you arrive, bind your elbows, continue to hang out, and maybe just a little rock or sway while you're here. Let it be comforting. Maybe you just relax your mind as you're inverted. Keep drawing the navel gently in. And stay here, but switch the bind in your elbows. Just notice what that changes. In order to achieve more balance, more focus, we do both sides, both ways, helping to balance both left and right sides of our brain. Take one more breath here. Release your arms. Slowly roll up to standing, stacking your spine one vertebrae at a time. And once you arrive at the top, you're going to move yourself to the back of your mat. At this point in our practice, we've done a lot to warm up our balance. We've worked to really ground into our feet in a strong Tadasana pose, really taking the time to pay attention to ourselves, our centering, our breathing, letting go of any discomforts that might pull us away from that grounding sensation. We've worked on balancing the breath, and maybe you're not balancing right now, but at least we have that intention to keep the breath balanced. You've done a lot of work with both left and right sides at the same time. You've worked to be fair with your body. So now we will start to challenge our balance even more. We'll start with our hands on our hips. This is our center of gravity. We'll move over more into our left foot, root that in strongly, treat it like a single leg mountain pose, and then all you'll do is take your heel out on the right foot. And we're going to play around with flexing and pointing the foot and tapping it to the ground. Even if you can hover and hold it off the ground, I want you to tap back and forth between toes and heels for now. Somatic yoga really gets us in the body. So we want to feel what's happening here. What is our foot doing? Our leg, our hip, our knee, our ankle, the toes, just anything involved with this movement. And also maybe paying attention to what the left foot is doing as the right foot is moving around. How is that left leg, left hip, left side of your body holding the stability when there's chaos on the right side? Now, if you want to challenge yourself more, can you float and flex and point just a few times? Micro bend your left knee a little bit. One more each way, and then come back in to your mountain pose. Let's try the other side, grounding into right foot, left heel comes out, and for now we're just tapping back and forth as we flex and point and really get in tune with the body. Notice what touches between heel and toe, how the ankle and the foot are moving, how the rest of the left side is supporting this movement. Same with the right side. How are you supporting the stability? How do you control the balance? Let's do maybe one more like this and either keep tapping or maybe float and just flex point, micro bending the right knee to help you. Staying steady, deep breath, and then come back down to your mountain pose. Now remember that balanced breathing. It will help you with the physical balance. Let's move on to our next move here, grounding back into the left foot. Right heel comes out just like before. Now we'll point the toes and we're going to pull that up right next to the leg, kind of like a flamingo. So we want the inside arch of our foot right on the inside of left leg. And this knee is pointing forward. We're tracking forward. We're not opening or internally rotating hip. And we are going to very slowly flex our foot as we kick it out. Micro bend the left knee a little bit. How far can you step out before you have to land it in your high lunge? And go ahead and find that high lunge now if you haven't. Take your feet farther apart if you need to for a little bit of balance. And here's the fun part. Watch me first. I want to demonstrate this, but we are going to take at least 3 steps to get back to where we started. We really want to make that contact of foot to ground, kind of stomp out anything that's not serving our balance and our peace right now. So I'll take a deep breath in, and then as I exhale, I come back, little stomps, stomp, 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 and back. And yes, I am bending the other knee. So if you haven't done that, I'll do it with you now. Find your lunge. When you're ready, deep breath in. And exhale, launch off, little stomps, stomps. Other knee is bending. Eventually getting back where you started. Really good. Now notice the legs for just a moment. Instead of rushing right to that other side, notice your body. How does it feel in the right leg versus the left leg? There's no judgments here, just bringing in more awareness. Now let's go even out the energy on our left side, grounding into the right, hands on the hips. When you're ready, find that heel coming out, point your toe, bring it in like a flamingo, really pulling up, standing strong on the right side, and then gently flex your left foot, micro bend the right knee, start to extend through your left leg, lean back so you can go even farther, and then when you're ready, step out into your high lunge and make your adjustments, find your balance, find the grounding, and get ready to travel back where you started, adding that stomp. When you're ready, deep breath in. Exhale, at least 3 stomps. Here we go. Stomp it back, back, right knee bends, and we come all the way back in. Really good. Just for fun, let's do that one more time on each leg. Lean into your left leg. Maybe right away you can just pull up into that flamingo stance, pointing your right toes. You flex your foot as you kick it out. Lean back, bend the left knee, extend. How far can you go? Land the lunge. Once you feel balanced, take a deep breath in. Exhale, launch yourself back. Stomping, maybe even harder this time. Stomping out anything that disrupts your peace. Coming back into mountain. Let's go to the other side. Ground to your right foot. Find your flamingo leg on the left foot. Flex your left foot, slowly extend, lean away, bend the right knee a little bit. How far can you reach? Find your high lunge when you're ready. Ground into it as you take a deep breath in. Exhale, stomp back at least 3 times, making your way back to where you were, feeling even more grounded. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Take your time here, just letting go. Slow down your breath, maybe balance the breath again if you need to. Tune into your heart, energetic center. Notice how you're standing. Can you find center there? One more deep breath. And gently blink your eyes open. Your hands can go to your hips or wherever you need it. One more time, we'll step out into our high lunge with the right foot forward. Grounding that in nice and strong. Or going wide across your mat if you need to. We will add some movement to challenge our balance more. Bring your arms down by your sides. Just let them rest, let your shoulders relax. Everything moves to the earth. You can even bend your back knee a little bit if you'd like. On an inhale, straighten your legs, sweep your arms in the front, however high you want to go. And exhale, come on back down. That's what I get for not staying in my drishti, my focal point. Here we go, straighten the legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower back down. Good, we're gonna do this 3 more times. Plenty of opportunities to practice it. Knee is tracking forward. We're slow and controlled with our breath, and maybe just finding something eye level or below to look at. Good job. Let's grab one more here. And let your arms relax by your sides for just a moment. Take a deep breath, step up however many steps it takes, and switch it out. Left foot forward, right foot back, finding your high lunge, arms coming down by your sides. Whenever you're ready, add the breath. Inhale, straighten your leg, reach in front of you. Exhale, sweep back down as you bend your knee. 4 more times, slow and controlled. Shoulders are relaxed the whole time. Working to really ground the foot. And after this 4th one, we'll just let our arms relax by our sides. Take a moment, deep breath. However many steps it takes, step to the top of your mat, and then eventually just find the center of your mat. Let's recenter with 3 deep breaths. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, pull down to your heart. Regrounding the feet underneath the hips, maybe adjusting back into your mountain pose. And after this 3rd breath, we'll work a little bit more on our balance, so you can bring hands to the heart or maybe to your hips again. Lean to your right foot, bring your left ankle out, and roll it around in circles. You can always micro bend your right leg a little bit for the balance work. Wherever you are, keep your shoulders relaxed. Everything is moving to the earth. And we're also finding balance by circling both ways, being fair here. Take one more breath. And when you're ready, switch it out. Ground into single leg mountain on your left foot. Take your right ankle out. Begin to roll it in circles, both directions. And just like we did before, notice how the left side is really grounding you while the right side is in chaos. You know, how do we find that balance? How do we find that peace even when there's a lot going on? Take one more breath here. Ground back in, feet underneath you. Shift over to your right for tree pose. Open your left hip up. Maybe this is enough, or you could slide heel in just over your right ankle. You can also pull up to your leg above or below your knee. Now, knee isn't forward like flamingo. We're nice and open now. And of course, you can always play around with your tree pose. Do a different version. There's many different trees in the world. Make this your own. Find the balance of your breath and remember to let go of judgments. If you're shaky, you're shaky. I was shaky earlier in that lunge. I didn't edit it out of the video. I left it. It's authentic. Shaking's awesome. It means our body is working. It's awake. It's alive. Take a deep breath. Take your time coming out. Shake it out if you need to. Ground into your left foot. Open through your right. Prepare for your tree pose wherever you want to take that. Take your time setting it up. It might be a different place than the other leg. Welcome in that. Even if it's an imbalance, it's okay. We spend the same amount of time or breaths here on each side. That's how we work to achieve balance. It's okay if one side is more open than the other. We just hold and breathe. Maybe you find that drishti again, a focal point to look at, something that's not moving eye level or below in front of you. Maybe you just hold on to balanced breathing, and we've got just a little longer. No judgments here. Just grateful for this leg we're standing on, for the air we're breathing, for this time to focus on our center. Take a deep breath. Take your time coming out. Really good job. Let's go into a squat now. Toes and knees out to the corners. And this may be more of a half squat. You may be just down on your hands in like a football stance or sumo stance. Maybe you can go down to the elbows. But if you've got full malasana, you can also take that as well, coming on down. Heels might be lifted. They might not. Hands might be on the ground for support. They might not. Let yourself take this squat to your advantage, whatever feels good, whatever helps you to ground back in, whatever helps you to relax your jaw and your shoulders. If it does feel comfortable to be in a deep squat, you can also bring your hands down in front of you, palms up, and maybe just lean into that. Let it feel good. We'll take just a few more breaths here. Eventually, we'll meet in a seat. So come on down. Bring your legs out in front of you in Baddha Konasana, bound angle, also known as butterfly legs. And as you bring the soles of your feet together, hug your feet in pretty close. Really open up the knees. And if you need more, start to lean in with a flat back. It's like you're looking out and over your toes. Really opening up here. Letting legs and knees be heavy. Take one more breath here and stay in the butterfly legs as you come up. Take the feet a little bit farther away. Hold on to your body. We're going back to our cat and cow. We'll start with our cow. As we inhale, hold on to the legs, arch the spine, look up. As you exhale, hold on as you lean back, round, and look down or under. Inhale, seated cow, opening, arching. Exhale, seated cat, rounding and opening too. Continue to move back and forth between the two, working out the spine. One more each way. And once you feel balanced, take your hands behind you, pull your knees and your feet up a little bit wider, set the feet on the ground, and we'll wiper our legs out side to side, working on internal and external rotation. Let's do maybe one more each way. And final bit of balance work, we'll set up our knees about hip distance. We're still bent in the legs, toes facing forward, and we are going to come up into more of a seated squat. So really let yourself be able to sit here because you need to let go of leaning on the knees. You can always go wider or maybe back to that butterfly seat if that's more achievable in your practice. But if you are here with the knees up, you're feeling good, you reach your arms out nice and wide, give yourself a deep hug, and you're going to wrap your arms around you as tight as you can go. When you can't go any farther, you're just moving around with it. Let it feel good. Challenge your balance by wobbling around here on your sitting bones. Breathe into this. This is a great opportunity to also maybe massage any tension in the shoulder blades, pressing into your fingers. And we will hold here for just a moment, coming back to center. Make sure your feet are grounded. Deep breaths into the hug. Even your chin can come down if that feels okay. Before you release, notice what arm is on top. Begin to release and shake it out, maybe even lean back. When you're ready, arms go wide, you give yourself a hug the opposite way, wrap yourself in nice and tight. When you can't go any further, move it around, exploring this side while challenging your balance. Breathing into it, massaging with the fingers, adding pressure. Once you feel ready, come to center, holding here, grounding back in. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release, and again, just shake it out. Feet go wide. Wiper your knees out side to side. Release all that tension. And once you feel ready, come back to butterfly. Slide your feet out so you're in more of a diamond shape and begin to make hip circles around your legs. As big or as little as you need, as fast or as slow. Spiraling energy is soothing to our nervous system. It helps to center our mind. It helps us to feel our energetic center. Take maybe one more in this direction and switch it if you haven't already. Balancing out your energy. Let's do maybe one or two more circles. And then take your time, rolling to the side of your choice, coming down to your back. We will meet on the spine, hugging knees into chest. Once you arrive, begin to roll your head left and right, working out anything that might be left in the sinuses, inner ear, neck and shoulders. Once you feel balanced, just looking up, keep the knees bent, feet go wide on the ground again. Wiper your legs side to side, releasing your hips, releasing the bottom of your spine, just like you released the top of your spine with your neck. We'll do one more rotation each way. Then hug your left leg in towards your chest, right leg goes long. Relax your feet here. Even relax your shoulders, loosen the grip on your leg if you need to. You should feel as if you're growing taller as you rest. Breathe into that length, take an inhale. On your exhale, guide your knee across your body, single leg twist, left arm reaches out to help anchor you. Once you feel settled in your twist, look away. Let your neck get involved with the twist too. Really use your hand to assist your twist deeper, or you could reach your right arm out and relax. We've done a lot of somatic work to connect in already, but this is a great way to do it too. How deep can you go in this twist with a long spine? We'll take a nice somatic breath here. Deep inhale. Deeper in the twist as you exhale. Another inhale into that deep twist. Exhale, slowly unwind. Bring your right knee in, left leg goes long. Take a moment to settle. Let your body grow taller. Take a deep breath and start moving into your twist on your exhale. Right arm reaching out, left hand either reaching or assisting. Head looking away. Let your body adjust, let gravity take over. Let's add a somatic breath. Deep inhale. Twist deeper as you exhale. Another inhale into that. Exhale, unwind. Good job. Let's take our knees into our chest one final time. Then take your feet up to the ceiling. Begin to move your ankles and your feet all around. Another way to get some extra compression on our vagus nerve, this time at the end of our spine. All of those nerve bundles, when we add pressure to them, it reminds them to turn on our relaxation response, open up our root chakra. Let's take maybe one or two more breaths here. And then bend your knees, bring your hands to your kneecaps, guide your knees away in a circle and then back in again. Continue to roll around in these circles, massaging your low back. Continuing to activate vagus nerve, relaxation feeling. Make sure you circle both ways if you haven't. Balancing the energy. And once you feel ready, make your way all the way down to your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Beginning to either relax on your back, your side, or some other way. Allowing the body to be open, soft, relaxed. Feel yourself beginning to breathe deeply. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Take a moment to notice your breath. Tune back in just like you did at the beginning of your practice. Begin to notice your inhale and your exhale. If you are still maintaining balance throughout your breath, you can let go of that now. If anything, let your exhales become longer and deeper than your inhales. Every breath out is an invitation to relax and let go. Balancing the work with rest. As As you relax deeper, also feel the connection of your body to the earth. Feel heaviness in your spine. Feel heaviness throughout the rest of your bones. As your bones become heavy, feel your connective tissues soften. Feel the joint spaces expand in your body. Feel your muscles relaxing so deeply, it's as if they're melting off your bones. Let yourself be in this fully relaxed state. Nowhere to be and nothing to do for just a little longer. Very gently begin to come back and more aware of your body, your breath, your energy. Keeping the eyes closed, find more control over the breath and maybe move back into balanced breaths. Begin to gently move your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, anything you feel like moving. Maybe slowly rolling your head left and right again. Eventually reach your arms out away from your body or overhead, creating more space for your breath. Take a deep inhale wherever you are. On your exhale, hug your knees toward your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze to really wake up the body again. Take your time rolling to the side of your choice from there and pressing back up into a comfortable seat. Once you feel settled, close your eyes and bring your hands together at your heart space. Take time to find your posture again, aligning the central axis of your body, your spine. Feel your breath moving in a balanced way up and down your spine, equally into both lower and upper parts of the body. Also notice how you're feeling after your practice today. Maybe notice that sense of balance or peace that you've created. Really setting an intention to carry this peace with you off your mat, knowing that this feeling is as accessible as a breath, a yoga pose, an intention. Let yourself be grounded in your peace fully now. Gently lift your heart to your head, bow your head to your heart, sealing in gratitude for this practice, for this time to create more centering, balance, and peace. Showing thanks for our bodies and our breath and everything else that we're grateful for. We'll seal it with 3 breaths. Inhale, sweep overhead. Open mouth, exhale as you pull to your heart. One more breath. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.